What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today we're watching Unreal Gaming Beyond Dragon Ball Super. Fucking Destroyer Cobris brings Vegeta into Universe 14. Destroyer Rino's returns. Alright. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Alright, Vegeta, okay. We're gonna see Vegeta gotta get busy real quick. Alright, so we're gonna get into it.
As our story continues now back on Beerus' planet, with Vegeta being shown provoked by Universe 14's God of Destruction Cobris, as with Vegeta not looking to waste any more time but instead having to be shown going after the Destroyer, was when Vegeta went on to then respond, "A fury that will go and consume my entire world, will it? Well, let's go and put that ridiculous claim of yours to the test then, Destroyer." But even then, within that moment, as Cobris was casually shown having to move out of the way, was when Cobris then went on to respond, "Even though I find your arrogance to be quite annoying to listen to, there is something else that I'm beginning to sense that is of much more value to me than that mouth of yours. A force that, if harnessed, could be of immense value to Universe 14. So why destroy such a resource when I can use it to serve a greater purpose in my universe?" In which, upon Cobris from out of nowhere now being shown grabbing onto it and locking Vegeta in a chokehold, was when Cobris then went on to continue, "And as such, I have made up my mind on what we will do, mortal. Your spirit carries a unique darkness that is far removed from the others of your kind, and I want to know why. And since Beerus doesn't want to pay the debt that he owes me, then you will be the one who will pay it for him, Vegeta. An eye for an eye," with Goku then having to be shown questioning, "Hey, wait, what exactly does that God of Destruction mean by that, Whis? What is he about to do with Vegeta?" With Whis then being shown responding, "Well, I'm honestly not sure, but if I had to take a guess here and say, then I do believe that Lord Cobris is planning to go and leave and take Vegeta with him." As Cobris then went on to respond, "You've always had a knack for avoiding your obligations, Beerus, but now I've found a way to even the score between us, for I will hereby take matters into my own hands against you, as Vegeta here will be coming back with me. This mortal's power, that untapped potential, will now serve as your repayment, Beerus. I will go on to present him to Universe 14 and wash my hands of our past for good. I've waited long enough," Destroyer Cobris continues, "and since you refuse to settle your debt with me willingly, then I will go and take Vegeta as compensation. His energy will be a monumental offering to Universe 14, as I will go and decide on what will be done with him later, so consider our affairs even from here on, Beerus." "Hold on," Beerus then went on to quickly shout. "What do you mean by what you just said? You just can't go and grab one of my warriors here." "Wait, no," Goku then went on to quickly shout by being shown running towards Cobris. "Stop right there, you don't have to go through with this." "And just what do you plan on doing about it then, Beerus? I can go and do as I please, and there is nothing that you can do that will stop me from taking him with me. And so now your debt has been paid, Destroyer. Let's go, Merlith." "Hurry, Broly, we can't just let them take Vegeta. No, hold on for just a moment. Wait, let's just talk about this." But then it was only just before Broly was the first one being shown reaching Cobris, before Cobris was then shown leaving, was when Cobris then went on to respond, "Talk, you say? There is nothing for either of us to talk about, mortal. My decision stands. Farewell, mortals." To which, upon with Cobris, Vegeta, and Merlith now being shown taking their leave, was when Beerus then went on to quickly shout, "Is he serious right now, Whis? And just what in the world does Cobris think gives him the right to go and snatch one of my top warriors from my universe like this? And what do you think he meant by what Cobris said about Vegeta, Whis? Because if this means that I'll have to go into Universe 14 and bring that Saiyan back myself, then I'll do it." "Well, even if you did," Whis went on to then quickly respond, "you should already be well aware of the rules that are put forth that prohibits destroyers from fighting one another unless approved by the Grand Minister. But as for Vegeta, well, even though I don't don't quite know on what Lord Cobris intends to do with Vegeta, one thing remains clear on the matter, however, and that is Lord Cobris had seen something within Vegeta's very spirit that intrigued him, Whis continues. Lord Cobris can either choose to battle Vegeta in Universe 14 and test his Ultra Ego powers against him, or Lord Cobris can just go and try and eat Vegeta if he of course doesn't choose to go and corrupt his mind and use him as a pawn after all, with Goku then having to chime in. So then there's no telling on what may happen with Vegeta since we can't even feel his energy here. Oh well, whatever happens, I sure do hope that Vegeta is able to hold on long enough for us to go into Universe 14 and help him. This isn't good, to which all a while back in Universe 14, the moment both Angel, Merlith, and Cobris were from that point then shown touching on down was when Cobris went on to throw Vegeta's body on the ground by then responding, "You should feel honored to be here, mortal, as there are not many who can say that they have made it this far while within my very presence, Saiyan. Welcome to my domain, and unfortunately for you, there isn't going to be any sort of tour around my planet either, so now get up. There's a reason on why I chose you, Vegeta. There's a power within you that I sense shrouded in darkness that has yet to fully emerge. And because of this, I want to know what I can do with it, so unleash your full power, but don't harbor any hope of rescue, Saiyan, for you are far beyond the reach of your allies here." With Vegeta then shown having to push himself up from the ground by then responding, "Oh, what have you done, you maniac? Why did you bring me into your universe, and what the hell are you even talking about? What's this darkness that you're going on about?" With Cobris then responding, "First we need to see if you're even worthy enough of keeping around, which is why I wanted to see you draw out your full power in battle right now. And if you are proven to be worthy of not being eaten by me, then I will carry out my next move against you while you're here. And for your sake, mortal," Angel Merlith responds, "I hope that Lord Beerus taught you well enough to survive, especially against someone like Lord Cobris, but we'll see. And while we wait to see if you're worthy, I'll just go and leave the two of you be then, Lord Cobris. You know what needs to be done here, Merlith, and so I want you to study this mortal while you watch from afar and keep track of every single one of his fighting patterns upon our demonstration. Oh, quit your whispering and pay attention, since you wanted me to draw my power out and use it against you. Resurrected God of Destruction or not, let's see what you're made of, you overgrown garden reptile." To which it was only upon with Vegeta now being shown using Super Saiyan Blue evolution in his best attempts of being shown having to attempt to strike Cobris, with Cobris being shown grabbing onto Vegeta's punch by then responding, "What a delusion."
You know what's crazy? It don't matter. Like before Goku and Vegeta got their Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego form, it's crazy how they like made the God of Destruction powerful while like the show went on or the manga went on, because you would think, according to watching the first movie, the Super Saiyan God movie, you think like, damn, you think Blue should be enough to at least keep up with the motherfuckers, but hell nah, they can't do shit. They ain't nowhere near them.
Delusional creature you are. As I can see now, that delusion is a trait that must have been passed down and onto you by your delusional God of Destruction, Beerus. You are far beyond the point of victory if you think you have any sort of chance of beating me, Cobris continues. For you think that you've known fear under Beerus, Saiyan. You haven't seen anything yet, but sooner or later you will, and once you do, only then will you come to realize one very important thing, mortal, and that is to find out firsthand for yourself on why I'm regarded as being one of the most feared and cruel destroyers among all those who bear the title of God, Saiyan. And in this universe, you will find out rather quickly that not every warrior who steps into our domain is given the chance to fight before they are completely devoured, Vegeta. And when I spoke of wanting to see your power firsthand, I never said that it was for me, as it was shockingly enough, from out of nowhere, as soon as another snake-like reptile minion was from that point then shown striking Vegeta, was when Cobris then quickly went on to then respond, "So now what do you think it will be? Will you find a way to prove yourself to me, or will you simply end up as just another meal for me and my minions?" As Vegeta then went on to respond, "God, a meal? But of course, why am I not surprised? So, you're testing me to see if I could clear past your little gang of slaves, are you? Very good, mortals. So you're able to listen and pay attention to the meaning behind my message after all. A good start," Cobris responds. "But can you endure? And so I wonder if your other little mortal friend known as Goku can harness that power that goes beyond that of the gods through his Ultra Instinct, as if he could go that far, then what say you?" As Vegeta then went on to quickly say to himself, "These reptile warriors of his are clearly all very different from one another, because this one here looks to be much stronger than the other three. So I've gotta watch my back here at all times," with Vegeta then having to respond, "I'm surprised to learn that you know of Kakarot's Ultra Instinct, but I don't need to share a power similar to his in order to destroy you after all, because the path that I followed is more of a destructive
Talk your
one.
shit, Vegeta.
A man your size has no business trespassing into our domain and live to tell about it. But just so you know one thing, Saiyan, and that's we'll make sure to pick the meat right off each and every single one of your bones by the time we're done with you. And I can't wait to sink my teeth into your flesh." In which, upon immediate command, as soon as Cobris had now ordered all of his minions to attack, was when Cobris then went on to shout, "Live or die, mortal, the choice is yours. Prove to me that you are worthy of my effort and your life will be spared, but until then, destroy him, my faithful servant." As Vegeta then went on to then quickly respond, "I find it rather amusing to see that you think you have me all figured out here, when in reality, you're not even close in scratching the surface yet. But if you really brought me here because you wanted to see all of that for yourself, then by all means pay attention and I will show you." In which, all the while in the meantime, when then going back to Universe 7 and seeing how Beerus was still being shown arguing with Whis, was when Beerus then went on to then quickly shout, "Say what? Oh no, absolutely not, Whis. I am not a doormat for any of these resurrected gods of destruction to just burst onto the scene here and go and have them do whatever they just so please, you hear me? And especially in my universe, on my planet, Whis. This is my domain and I'm the one who makes the rules around here, not them. And so now you will take me into Cobris' universe immediately," Beerus continues. "I am in no mood to be disrespected by that slimy bastard, and he's going to pay dearly for stealing Vegeta from me." What the heck? As from out of nowhere, surprisingly enough, as a burst of energy was shown having to crash down onto his planet, was when Beerus then went on to shout, "Oh, now what? That's him, isn't it? Back already now, are you? Oh, now that does it. All right, Cobris, the game's end now. I will not entertain your presence, especially if you aren't welcomed here, got it? Now bring Vegeta back to me at once," Beerus continues to then shout. "This is going to be your one and only warning, Cobris. No more handouts, do you understand? Now come on out and face me right this minute, destroyer." But then, it was out of nowhere, to everyone's sudden surprise, the individuals that turned out to return back onto Beerus' planet were by no means Cobris and Merlith, but instead, this only now just so happens to signal the return of Universe 13's Angel Pinota and God of Destruction Rino, as upon their immediate re-entry back onto Beerus' planet was when Rino then went on to respond, "Well, well, well, do I look like Lord Cobris to you, Beerus? And here I just wanted to stop on by and share the wonderful news that I just couldn't wait to tell you, Destroyer. And for your sake, I hope you've been keeping up with your training, Beerus, because I certainly have, especially after fighting Goku with..."
I ain't gonna lie, Beer, you getting punked on your own fucking universe right now, bro. That's 2 for 2. Niggas just pulling up and just talking shit to you. I ain't gonna lie.
Angel Pinota responding, Cobris, you say? Well, it looks as though Universe 14's destroyer had already stopped by before we did, and I don't care enough to even want to know as to why, because I have everything that I want right here in front of me, Rino responds. So now let's get down to business then, shall we, Beerus? You've kept me waiting long enough. As a shocked Beerus went on to then respond, oh, you again, Rino? And just what in the world are you doing back within my universe? Did Cobris put you up to this or what? And what the heck are you even talking about? Training? And what training would I even need to prepare for you? As Rino was then shown having to approach Beerus by then responding, oh, don't be ridiculous, Destroyer. I came here on my own accord, and I came here to tell you the good news that I've been longing for ever since the day that I was brought back into existence. And so I say that to say this, Beerus. Our request has been overseen and approved by the Grand Minister. And so I hope you haven't grown too comfortable in your role as Destroyer without there being any sort of pushback against you, because that's all about to change right here, right now, Rino continues. And for the record, since you're probably wondering to yourself on if I bear the same weakness as I did when I battled against Goku, then the answer is no. So I am nothing like I was when you saw me fight a few months ago, Destroyer. Every ounce of my very being is now primed to do one thing, and that's eviscerate you in battle and re-establish my dominance as being the stronger god, just as it was eons ago. What? And since when was it decreed that gods of destruction could just go and ambush another like this? And you honestly think that I'll just accept this blindly without prior notice? Beerus then went on to question. I won't stand for such underhanded tactics, and I'll ensure that this decision is reversed immediately, Rino. Without a proper notice, you say? Is that fear that I hear coming from your voice, Beerus? Because you were given an early notice, and that was me. Declaring a battle without my prior knowledge is a breach of our code, Destroyer, Beerus responds. And unless I am forced to fight you right here, right now, then I will go and speak with the Grand Minister myself. To which in the background, as soon as Broly was from that point then shown having to act up with Goku trying to do his best to calm him down, was when Goku then went on to shout, oh, hey, wait, no, relax, Broly, please. Just listen, hold on. Lord Rino isn't a bad guy, or at least I don't think he is anyways, but you've got to go and listen to me and just calm down. As Whis went on to then respond, though I understand your concern and feelings towards seeing this unknown deity for the first time, Broly, I do, however, want to advise you to try and keep Broly from losing his cool Goku, with Goku then responding, yeah, I understand, Whis. I'm trying to do my best, actually. What's all this banter that I hear taking place on your homeworld, Beerus? Rino went on to then question. Hold on a moment. That one over there. Yes, of course. How could I forget that face? So, I see that Son Goku is back on your world again. Him and I have a score to settle since we're technically tied at 1 apiece between the two of us, but who's the other one, Rino questions. Wait a second. There's another mortal Saiyan who also happens to roam these sacred lands? Very interesting, and he appears to be much bigger than Goku too. How very interesting of you to house these mortals here and even allow for them to train while you remain as lazy as you've ever been, Beerus. The time for talk is over. Now go over to your corner while I go to mine so that we could begin. What are you even on about, Destroyer? These mortals aren't here because I trained them? And what do you mean? We are not fighting on your terms, Rino. Not unless I have a say in all of this as well. Hey, are you even listening to what it is that I'm telling you? Beerus then went on to then question. Turn around and acknowledge what it is that I am telling you right now, Rino. For I will not tell you again. You are pressing your luck here against me, and my patience with you is running thin. Oh, is that so, Beerus? Good. Then do something about it. Well, it looks like things are about to get rather very dangerous around here, Whis went on to address Goku and Broly by telling them. And so I would like for both you and Broly to sit and watch in the meantime and study this battle, for you may not get the chance to witness such a battle ever again. And so it's surely for the best, and even though I may not know as to what it is that's about to happen here between the two of them, but if there's one thing that I do know, Whis continues, is that this battle is most certainly going to be a tough one, and I'm not talking about this being tough for Lord Rino here either, answer, but we will wait and see. While you engage against Lord Beerus, Angel Pinota went on to then respond, "Now go and watch with the others as you're finally able to get what you've been longing for since you've been revived." As Rino then went on to respond, "And I can't wait. Alright then, Beerus. I hope you're ready because you've had this coming now for a very long time." As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Resurrected Fallen Gods of Destruction, the Universe 14 Saga Manga Chapter number 2 special then comes to a close. Now, you can make no mistake about the fact that right now there are going to be two major battles happening in two very different locations.
Major battles.
One more or less having to showcase Vegeta's survival skills against another formidable god of destruction, while on the other, we have a very vindictive and hell-bent god of destruction who is looking to have his rematch against Lord Beerus, in which all of this and so much more will be made available right now.
Yeah, I can't wait till the next chapter, man. Boy, Rino and Beerus, Cobris, I mean, Vegeta about to tear up the little minion niggas. I already know. And then that nigga about to go Ultra Ego against Cobris, bro. I'm trying to see how that goes, man. I can't wait. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Man, yeah, man, Unreal the Game, man. He always do his thing, man. So let me know how y'all feel about the chapter down below. You like my reaction, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.